Hello students, in our previous video for class 12 we have discussed up to matrix polynomial. Next I am going to discuss on some topic transpose of a matrix. What is transpose of a matrix and how to calculate the transpose of a matrix? What are the properties of transpose of a matrix? We will come to know. Transpose of a matrix. The transpose of a matrix A is a matrix obtained by interchanging its rows and columns. By interchanging its rows and columns, it is defined by A T or A dash, and if matrix A is equal to Aij, mn ordered, then transpose of the matrix will be matrix Bji. Ij becomes Ji because the rows and columns are interchanged, and hence here m rows n columns. In transpose it becomes n rows m columns. So order n cross m. Now properties. A transpose whole transpose is equal to A for any matrix A. Transpose of a matrix, again listen, whenever you are given a square matrix, that is, it is or a rectangular matrix, whatever may be, if we are changing the rows into columns and the columns into rows, obviously whenever we are changing the rows into columns, it is obvious that column will be changed into rows. The matrix that is obtained is called the transpose of the matrix. There are few properties. Number one, A transpose whole transpose is equal to A for any matrix A. Second property, A plus B whole transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose for any two matrices A and B of same order, otherwise they cannot be added. Next, Ka transpose, Ka whole transpose, that is K into A transpose, for any matrix A and scalar K. K is a scalar, there is a number. AB means A into B. AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose A transpose. You have to note here, there is the order AB, it is changed BA. For any two matrices A and B, such that AB is defined, that is multiplication is defined, multiplication is possible. AN whole transpose, A transpose to the power whole n for any square matrix. So these are the properties of the transpose of a matrix we should keep in mind, and whenever it will be required, we will use that one to solve the problem, to solve the numerical. Next, symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. A square matrix A. Matrix A is equal to Aij of order n cross n is called a symmetric matrix if and only if A transpose is equal to A. That is, if Aj is equal to Aij. Listen again. Symmetric matrix, suppose you are given a matrix, you have found out the transpose of the matrix. Now if you see that matrix and its transpose are identical, same, then it is said that it is a symmetric matrix. This is the property of a square matrix. Skew symmetric matrix. A square matrix A. What are the elements? Aij. It is told to you how to represent a matrix with its elements at the beginning. Of order n by n, that is n cross n, is called skew symmetric matrix if AT means if transpose of the matrix is negative the matrix, that is minus A. If AT is equal to minus A, that is transpose of the matrix is the negative of the matrix. That is AJI is equal to AIJ. Let A be a square matrix with real number entries. Then we have number 1. A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix. How? As you have, we are going to use this property. A plus B transpose is equal to A transpose plus B transpose. So A plus A transpose whole transpose means A transpose plus A transpose whole transpose. Now A transpose whole transpose is what? A. So A transpose plus A means A plus A transpose. So what we get? A plus A transpose whole transpose. That is, this is a matrix if this is X. So X dash is equal to X. Means A transpose is equal to A. So this is symmetric matrix. Now A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. This often comes to show proof. A minus A transpose whole transpose is equal to A transpose minus A transpose whole transpose. There is A transpose minus. Now A transpose whole transpose is equal to A. Now take minus common. So minus common. A minus A transpose. Now if this is X, so X transpose is equal to minus X. A transpose is equal to minus A. Then this is the skew symmetric matrix. So this is the skew symmetric matrix. That is A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric matrix. Third, A into A transpose is a symmetric matrix. A into A transpose whole transpose. What we have? AB whole transpose, B transpose, A transpose. So we have A transpose, it is AB, it is like B. So B transpose, so A transpose whole transpose. Now A transpose, A transpose. Now A transpose whole transpose means A. So A into A transpose. So what we have, if this is X, X transpose is equal to X. This is the symmetric matrix. Hence A transpose is a symmetric matrix. A transpose A is a symmetric matrix. A transpose A whole transpose. Now A transpose, this is A, this is B. So B transpose, A transpose. So B transpose, A transpose. Okay. So A transpose and this is like A transpose whole transpose. Now A transpose into A. So what we have, if this is X, X transpose is equal to X. So this is what? This is symmetric matrix. Now, elementary operations of a matrix. Elementary operations, actually elementary transformation. Elementary transformation. It is of two types. What are the two types? E row transformation and E column transformation. Now elementary transformation means what? For the matrix, if we apply row operation, that is, we have to complete the sum through row operation. In the middle, we cannot apply column operation. Similarly, column operation means if we are solving the matrix with column operation, in the middle we cannot apply row operation. So row transformation, the interchange of ith, what are the row transformation, that is what procedure, what are the different steps we can take, what are the permissible operations that we can do. It means, number one, what we can do, the interchange of ith and jth row is denoted by Ri, Rj. There is Ri and Rj. These rows are interchangeable. I mean, say this is R1, this is R2. We can change this one. We can write R2 here, we can write R1 here. It can be. It is permissible. The multiplication of the elements of any row by a non-zero scalar is permissible. There is, suppose for this row the elements are 2, 3, 4. We can write 2 to the 4, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 8. There is, we have multiplied all the elements by 2 scalar number. Similarly, Ri, that is, we can multiply that row. That row means all the elements of that row by a constant, by a scalar k. So Ri can be interchanged by k Ri. Ri can be replaced, not interchanged. Ri can be replaced by k Ri. Third operation. What is the third permissible operation? The addition to the elements of any row or column, the corresponding elements of any other row multiplied by any non-zero scalar. What is the meaning of this? Suppose you have the elements in Ri, say it is row 1, R1, Ri. So Ri can be replaced by Ri into k Rj. Suppose you have multiplied the elements of the second row by a constant, say 3. Then you are adding the corresponding elements of R2 with R1 and then replacing the elements R1. So Ri is equal to, Ri is replaced by Ri plus k Rj. So these are the permissible operations that I can perform, that students can perform, that we can perform. Same for the column transformation. Ci interchanged with Cj, any two columns can be interchanged. First can be interchanged with second, second can be interchanged with third, first can be interchanged with third, like that. Similarly, Ci can be replaced by Kci. That is, the elements of any column can be replaced by multiplying all the elements by the same number k, can be replaced. And the third one, Ci is replaced by Ci plus Kcj. There is elements of any column, multiplying that one by any scalar, any constant number, and then adding to the column of, say, the elements of the first one. Then we can replace the elements of first one. That is, Ci is equal to Ci plus Kcj. For example, I am writing, suppose C1, you want to replace this one by C1 plus 2 into C2. You can do this performance, this operation you can do. Now what is the meaning of inverse of a matrix? Inverse of a matrix means, let A is a matrix of order n. As we write 5 is equal to 1 into 5 or 5 into 1. Similarly, matrix A is equal to, if it is of order n, is equal to In, identity matrix of the same order, into A. Because identity matrix means it is unit matrix. So In is equal to, what you will get, normally you will say, sir, In is equal to A by An. That is, we cannot divide a matrix like this. It is the problem. So A into A inverse, this power 1 goes up, it is 1. Now this is called, say, B. So I is equal to A into B or B into A, whatever may be. Then B is called the inverse of A and A is called the inverse of B. That is, if the product of two matrices is equal to is equal to unit matrix or identity matrix, then one matrix is called the inverse of the other. For example, if A into B is equal to I, then B is inverse of A and A is inverse of B. Let A is equal to A into In. For column operation, we have to write in this way. For column operation and for row operation, we will write matrix A is equal to I into A. I is the unit matrix of same order. Column operation, there is A is equal to A into I. Now what we have to do it here, whatever may be, whether this is column operation or that is row operation, whatever may be. Suppose I am showing you row operation. This is the matrix, say 1, 3, 5, 7. We have to find the inverse of this one. This is actually A is equal to, that is matrix A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. What we have to do? We need to find A inverse. So this is equal to, we will write IA, unit matrix 1, 0, 0, 1 into A. No need to write the matrix again, because we will, for row operation, we will apply through row transformation. Same operation we will apply it here. Okay. Now listen. What is our motto? We will try to change this one to a unit matrix. So gradually this will be matrix I, unit matrix. There is 1, 0, 0, 1. And this is, if same operation is applied on this unit matrix, obviously what will happen, there is this matrix will no more be a unit matrix. It will be changed into another matrix, say this is B. So what we have, this is I is equal to B into A. Then B is what? B is called A inverse, because we know that A into A inverse is equal to I. First we will convert this 1 in 1. If this is not in 1, we have to convert this in 1. Then this will be converted to 0. 1, 0, 0, 1. Now this will be converted to 0. Now this will be converted to 1. So first, for the row operation, we will follow this method. Like this. If this is the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2 to order, we first will convert this one into 1. For diagonal elements, what is the rule? Divide by same number. Divide by same number. Suppose if this is 2, 2 divided by 2, obviously this will be 1. Then this is to make 0. Which will, I am showing you the process for which element you will apply. Next you have to apply for this one to make this 1. This is 1, this is 1, this is 0, this is 0. How to make this one? This is the diagonal elements. So diagonal elements is divide by same number. Suppose this is 5. So divided by 5. Suppose this is 2 by 5. Divided by 2 by 5 means into 5 by 2. Means same. Then this one to make this 0. Generally to make this 0, this element helps. Suppose this is 1 and this is here 5. So what is R2? 5. The elements of R2 is 5. So R2, my R2 is replaced by R2 minus 5 R1. This will be 0. Similarly, whenever this becomes 0, obviously by applying this one, applying like this, we can make this one 0. Same transformation you apply for this matrix, it will be converted into a matrix other than unit matrix. That matrix is the inverse of A matrix. If this is of third order, but these are compulsory. If these are of order 2 by 2, then it is generally 4 marks. And if this is of third order 3 by 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then what we have to do? Similar for the diagonal elements, same rule. Divide by same number. So this becomes 1. First what we will do? First we have to operate this one. Divide, since diagonal elements, divide by same number. If it is not 1, if it is 1, okay, well and good. Then we have to make this 0, we have to make this 0. It means we will take this path. First we will make this one, then this is 0, then this is 0. Then what we have to do? Then we will make this one. We will make this one, since this is the diagonal elements, divide by same number. Suppose this is 7, divided by 7, it will be 1. Then we have to make this element 0. So next term is this. Next we have to follow this one. We have to make this one 1. How to do that? Since this is the diagonal elements, divide by same number, it will become 1. Then we have to make this number 0. Then we have to make this element 0. Then we have to make this element 0. So this is the sequence, this is the order. If we break the order, then what will happen? It will become more difficult. Maximum here will be 9 steps. If you see that previously any elements is in its original form, suppose this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, or this is 0, or this is 0, if this is maybe, then that steps is not required. So maximum there will be 9 steps. If you are not following that one, this sequence, what will happen? It will become very, very complex. It will become very, very complex for the student to solve this one. Because whenever you will change this element, you will see that this element have changed, this element has changed, this element has changed, maybe one or more elements will change again. But if you follow this sequence, the elements which have already changed, suppose this is 1, 0, 0, they will never change. They will be fixed for there. So this is equal to unit matrix of order 3, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Same operation will be done for this matrix, and this is it. So ultimately this will be converted into unit matrix. Then what will happen? Gradually this matrix, through the operation either row or column, whatever may be, this will be changed into unit matrix. Similarly, this matrix will be converted to some other matrix. Say this is B matrix and this is A. Then B matrix is, it is called A inverse. So these are the tricks you have to keep in mind to solve, to find the inverse of a matrix through elementary operation. These are compulsory for the board exam. Will come, certainly will come. This will carry 6 marks. If you don't follow the proper sequence as you are shown, there will be minimum 15 steps and you will spend more or less 1 hour. So be careful while solving the problem. Do practice, you will be master of this one. If you have any problem, ask me, I will help you again. Okay.